I know one of the main reasons why homeschoolers like to go to a convention is because they want to actually pick up what they're considering purchasing, and it's really hard to make that commitment if you can't actually see what you're going to buy. I'm going to hopefully give you an experience that feels like you went to a convention, you picked up my book, you picked up a play, and also picked up a creative writing escape room. I hope that this video can give you that kind of experience as you are considering adding music, art, and drama math society to your kids' education. The definition of homeschool curriculum is a collection of resources used to teach a child at home that might include books, media, activities, assessments, and assignments. Hi, I'm Bethany Baldwin, owner-creator of Music, Art, and Drama Math Society. I'm a trained artist turned theater coach. So welcome to this show and tell of the Math Society curriculum, which includes 2 levels of handbooks for dinner theater, variety show, spring play, and talent show. I also have a Pinterest account, skits, plays, and creative writing escape rooms, plus a website full of resources, including many free resources so that you can provide art for your child. I never set out to be a curriculum writer or even a drama club coach. I just saw the need in my community. I tried out a play. My kids loved it. They stuck together. They had the friendships I always hoped that they had. I started writing it down, and then within Central Ohio, there are 5 now. People are copying what I did, and now I want to help other people do the same. Some people pick a big umbrella curriculum and they use that for all their subjects. It works for them, so your curriculum might just be one branded curriculum. Some people go to a co-op and the co-op provides the curriculum for you. Other people will do kind of like an a la carte thing where they do this math, they do this science, they do this social studies. Most people do an a la carte kind of experience, and I would say also that most people will add either lessons or sports or extracurricular activities on top of whatever curriculum you pick. The benefit of Music, Art, and Drama Math Society is that you can add this book as a curriculum and your electives. Do you have to purchase the curriculum to be able to provide Music, Art, and Drama Math Society for your children? You do not. You can just purchase a skit and follow along. The skit gives you all kinds of instructions for how to take your kids through an artistic experience without purchasing the handbook. You want to pick curriculum and experiences for your kids based on what they like, what your long-term and short-term goals are for them, the things that you want them to experience, also the people groups that you want them to be a part of. You want your children to be challenged in things that they might not necessarily like. You also want them to have an abundance of time to focus and develop the things that they really enjoy. Don't let the curriculum options scare you. Just be flexible. Be flexible with each one of your kids. Be flexible with you as a parent. Homeschooling needs to fit you. If you're not happy, no one's going to be happy. Be willing to change up what you're doing, even partway through the year. If you are stressed, struggling, or bored, change things up. It's crucial to have a community of people who are doing what you're doing. Be that on social media, especially Facebook is a huge place for homeschoolers. Or you could have a co-op or support group as you go through this homeschooling journey. And of course, if you can't find the resource you want for your child, everything you put them in is led by an adult who is brave enough to provide that for the kids in their community. So maybe you need to step up and lead something for your kids. You just need to have a place where you can ask questions, build friendships with other homeschool parents, and get some really good laughs about the things that you're all going through together. It's hard as an artist to have places where you can showcase your work. Kids have recitals, some places have talent shows, but it's not the same as when you're working together as a team. And one of the goals for Music, Art, and Drama Math Society is to create that sports team experience around the arts. And you can be an athlete or enjoy science, technology, and all those good things and still be part of a theater production. It's really an inclusive experience where everybody wins in the end, because the show is awesome. Not only that, but there's so many opportunities for parties, leadership building. In my handbook, I'll show you all the jobs that students can take. So you're building those leadership skills, giving them opportunities to showcase their creativity, and they get cool friends. And you get to be the cool parent. So let's pretend you showed up at my homeschool convention booth and you're telling me about your homeschool journey. I get to know you a little bit, and I get to brainstorm with you about ways you can incorporate Music, Art, and Drama Math Society with your kids. you'd probably tell me something like, I don't know how to do a theater, music, art, or drama, or I don't have that put into my homeschool budget. Or maybe my kids don't like art, music, and drama. Or maybe you just don't have the curriculum to back it up with some confidence. The truth is we all need to be creative, and that creativity is something that if you don't nurture, you can actually lose it. I think all people, including adults, need to have creative outlets. Find my video on the Hobby Lobby Stroll Challenge. What spaces is music, art, and drama meant for? It can be as simple as you get a skit and do it in your living room with your children. It could be as big as you have a 50-kid production in your co-op or at your school or in your community, at your church. You could have them at a nursing home. Any place you have a group of people who want to gather together, have fun with a creative goal. Kids can bring whatever their hobbies are to Mad Society. So if your child likes 3D printing, they could print a lot of the costume pieces. If your child simply wants to develop leadership skills, they could be the director. If you have a musician, they could play live music or record music for the program. We're not just talking about acting and painting backdrops. So the Mad Society curriculum includes a lot of things, including the handbooks, the content that you can use for skits and plays, but I want to show you first the free content I have that you can download on my website. It's a creative writing escape room. The creative writing escape rooms were made because as I was learning how to write skits and plays, I thought, I want kids to be able to do this too. So I made it into a fun experience, and I'm going to take you through the African Safari themed free creative writing escape room, which would be perfect for your drama club or your family or a party activity. The first page is going to be everything the host needs to do to be able to set it up. All of the pages are numbered and say which envelope you'll need to put everything in. The second page is the puzzles that the kids are going to solve. These letters are part of a puzzle. I have an inspiration page that you're going to put on the table, so as the kids are creating their skit to be able to escape the room, they'll have all these fun little icons as inspiration. This just explains for the host exactly what's going to happen. Basically, the kids are going to write a skit, they're going to tape the lines in order and put them on the back of a chair. Here is our first page for the team, explaining that they're going to get 5 envelopes and they'll have to complete everything, not only to escape the room, but to write their skit together. They'll fill in this map as they progress through the escape room. And this basically takes them through the elements of writing, but in a fun way. The host will have cut these little boxes out, and then we have these papers that will slide up and down in the boxes so the kids get to pick what their skit is about. They pick that plot sentence, and every single one of these little things is funny. It's kind of like those stories where you get to pick the next thing that happens in the story. They could actually reuse this escape room simply as a writing prompt, and it would be different every time. Then the kids pick their character, which is putting on their disguise. They actually put a name tag around their neck with who they are with some of their character details. Then they pick and write out their plot. Prompts will help them with their skit writing, and of course they're still solving puzzles. Collaborate as they write their lines and then tape them together. Here are the line sheets for them to cut out and put their lines on. There's 1 page for each character. They'll pick a title for their skit, get a little bit of practice time, and then for them to get their last clue to escape, they'll have to perform their skit for the other groups or whomever is at your party. Everyone takes their places and follows the presentation rules, and then they get a congratulation when they've made it. You can print as many copies as you want and have as many teams as you want at your event. Find the YouTube videos on the escape rooms. They are hilarious. If you're just starting out with Mad Society and you just want to start with a simple skit, go on Teachers Pay Teachers or Etsy and find Music, Art, and Drama Mad Society, and for $17, just follow along with the skit and the YouTube video that goes along with it, my 30-minute video on how to provide Mad Society in your living room for homeschoolers. But the second piece of content I want to take you through really quick is a full-length play. At this time, I have 2 full-length plays. I'm planning on writing 2 new themes of content every single year. Next year will be Safari Not Sorry and Cool Ranch Western. But for Sherlock's Caribbean Cruise, one of my full-length plays, all the descriptions and rights are on the first page. You'll have links to YouTube videos to help you be able to put this play on, including links to the Pinterest board. Every skit and play I write is done with you in mind. I fill a Pinterest board with craft ideas, backdrops, costumes. Find the Pinterest board and show it to the students in your MAD, and they will be inspired and probably do most of the work for you. I have lots of hints on how to have a successful play, including some specific to this play, which is Sherlock's Caribbean Cruise. I have a chart for backdrops you'll need should you attempt to do backdrops, and also a chart with all of the characters in the play, how many lines they have, what kind of costume they need, what their character is like, and what scenes they are in. I encourage you to look up what makes Mad Society plays and skits different. I organize all my plays like an event, not just like a performance. All my big plays have an opening skit, and then everything's color-coded. I'm a visual person. All the sound effects are in red. All the acting prompts are in green. All the enters and exits are in orange. And I'll even have some stage placement icons to help. Included in the script, I have recommendations for having a concession stand, how to do the bowing at the end, organization for backstage, and of course you're going to get all the icons to use for free with any content that you purchase from Mad Society. Another thing that makes Mad Society actually a curriculum is that there's a year's worth of content. You can buy a play, or you can buy a skit, or you can buy a bundle. The bundle will give you the ability to have a theme for the whole year, which is great for schools and co-ops. So I've got my Caribbean Sun variety show bundle. You can do the year-long mega bundle that includes the variety show skits, improv skits, all of that glued together, plus the full-length play and the escape room that goes with it. I also have pirate theme for the whole year, and also Christmas variety show. So I spent some time with you at my booth at the convention. We pick up my handbook and I'm gonna take you through it real quick. So the level 1 handbook is meant to have a spring play and a variety show, both of which I have content for. The beginning of the book is how was Mad Society created, why it's created, and it gives a lot of inspiration for anyone who decides to start a Mad Society, even if it's just in your own home. What are the goals and what do you hope to achieve? And I'm gonna help you think through that. I have the who, what, where, when, why, how to start a theater club. I have the supplies you'll need, how to structure your meetings and play practices, including things like how to pick and divvy out parts, how to get the kids to memorize their lines, and also how to make it simple so it's not very stressful. One of the most important things if you're going to provide music, art, and drama Mad Society for your kids is that you keep it simple. Start with just 1 or 2 goals. Don't attempt all the things. Keep it super small and you won't be disappointed. Then I sort of break down what does it mean to have a dinner theater, variety show, spring play, or talent show. Then I have all the jobs that you could attempt to have if you have a Mad Society, but again, you're gonna eliminate any that aren't important to you. For all the jobs, I have complete descriptions of what you should do and when they should be done. Many of the jobs can be completed by kids, and I ask you to please, if a child is old enough and willing to do a job, let them do it. Let them manage the costumes. Let them manage the ticket sales. Let them do the show posters. This is where the leadership opportunities come in, and amazing resume and application builders if you get to say, I was the director of a spring play. I have lots of question and answer and how to stay sane and enjoy this process with your kids. Then we head into all the printables. Anything that you might want to use to stay organized, complete calendar of what you need to do and when you need to do it if you're going to put on a spring play, variety show, talent show, or dinner theater. So you would just use this as a checklist. I've thought of everything. Everything is in here. When to take your pictures, when to send out reminders, when the kids should have their lines memorized. It's all done here for you. And of course, anything you don't want to do, leave out. A costume organization, drama games and mixers, get all that bonding happening. A complete description of the adult jobs and the student jobs. You can send these descriptions to them so they know what they're supposed to do. For example, maybe one of your kids wants to pick the color scheme for the play. I have a complete job description, when it needs to be done, and some advice. What a cool thing to be able to do, to pick a color scheme. I have a document called Mad Society Voices to ensure that there's an anonymous way that anyone in your group can voice things that are happening that maybe shouldn't be happening. I have that meeting agenda, what you need to cover at each meeting, registration forms, release form, role and job commitment contract, an assigned jobs chart. All of these you can print, roster and attendance. I also have a scripture-based soapbox time based on nurturing God's identity in students through the arts. I have a questionnaire for the kids so that maybe they can be helped along in that job picking process. Student behavior guidelines so that they know how to act, and signed that they will act that way. I even have a document for as kids leave your club for any reason, how to honor them and to make sure they know that they are loved and welcome to come back. I have letters to send all the parents reminding them how they can help you as a leader, minimize that stress and maximize the accomplishments that their kids are going to experience. I have a chart to help organize everything that you'll need for each skit and each play. So that's sort of a sneak peek of the handbook. It's basically going to provide you with everything you might need: paperwork, advice, calendars and guides to help you go through that process as a coach.
Mad Society is about identity discovering, talent utilizing, leadership building. It is not about perfection. It's about the process that can provide the students artistic experiences. It's about craftsmanship. It's about character development, confidence building. We spend our whole lives having new experiences, challenging experiences, fun experiences, and your homeschooling should reflect that. As a mom of 5 who has kids that are 14 and up, I would encourage you, keep your child's heart. You don't have to agree with the choices they make or what they like to do. Just keep their heart. The amount of information that you can teach your child is actually endless. Don't let that stress you out. You get to pick and choose. MadSocietyInc.com has all the pages to direct you to all the resources that I have. I know you'll be able to find something that will be able to help you in your journey. At the very least, get all the freebies. In April, I will be speaking at the Great Homeschool Convention in Columbus, Ohio, about how to sneak the arts into your homeschool day. I will definitely record that and make a video, so be watching for that.